Gaffer, we've lost the game 2-1 tonight after leading 1-0. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, obviously disappointing result, goes without saying. Generally felt quite comfortable first half. Played some good stuff. Thought we were penetrating, we made some really good movements behind and we could have got in another couple of times if the pass was a little bit better, but those penetrating movements were good. I was happy with them. Obviously scored a really good goal on the counter, and then for some reason we've just committed suicide at the end of the first half with a pathetic goal to give away. So there's about 3 different instances we've got to defend it better. We haven't done it, it's ended up in the back of the net. And then second half, yeah, it's like, look, Will McGowan's been brilliant since he's come in and he's made a mistake, so hopefully it's just a learning curve for him. Hopefully that pass doesn't happen again, because it's a very dangerous pass, and again, because we're missing out on that by small margins at the minute, those opportunities turn into goals against us, where maybe the other side, and again we created lots of good chances second half where we should be scoring but we're not quite scoring, so we're just coming out on the wrong side of those fine margins at the moment.
Yeah, and how frustrating is it that the goals are individual errors as well, something that you can't really control?
Yeah, I mean, again, it is. I mean, we are a fairly young team, and like I said a couple of weeks ago, we're learning on the job. But yeah, hopefully we are learning. So those mistakes that have cost us the 2 goals tonight, we have to get rid of them. But on the flip side of it, we have to score more goals. So if we do make a mistake, it's not as crucial in the scoreline, because I can count probably about 3 or 4 crosses that have flashed across the 6-yard box, and we're not tapping them in. We should be. There's one first half where we should be across the goalkeeper getting a tap in. There was about 3 second half where we should be getting a tap in, and unfortunately we're not thinking quite quickly enough to turn those good chances into goals.
Yeah, and obviously we've got 2 more home games. Then we've got Peterborough coming up on Saturday. What do you say to the lads to sort of prepare for that?
Just that we did a lot of good things today, mixed in with some really poor. We've got to get rid of the poor and carry on with the good stuff. So we know it's a crucial point in our season coming up the next 4 or 5 games, but we have to turn those fine margins into our favour, and we can't keep saying, oh, you know, we've got to learn. Hopefully we've learned from the defeat today, a narrow defeat, and we'll turn it around on Saturday.
Yeah, and Spellman started today, and so did Dawson, 2 home debuts. How did you think they got on?
Yeah, really good. They've contributed really well in both games. Michael, again, like I say, put some great deliveries in the box. Finn hit some really good crossfield balls to the left-hand side, defended exceptionally well at times as well. So now they've got off to a decent start, and now it's like they're bedded in. Can we up the levels again even more and see if we can turn these, today's disappointment into a victory on Saturday.
Yeah, and the last time I interviewed you was an interview after Bucks, and you said you would demand an improvement. Have you seen a bit of improvement since then?
Well, streets ahead of what the Buxton game was, but that's not hard. That was so poor. Anything would have been an improvement. So yes, listen, Saturday was a great result away from home at a tough place to go, and today for large spells of that game I was fairly happy, particularly first half, and then again we've just got to keep creating those chances and get on the end of them, to get us scoring more than 1 goal in a game like that.
Cheers very much, Gaffer. Thank you.